Hi guys, welcome back to the channel and welcome back to another review. Today's video we are going to be reviewing the portable airbrush with the built-in compressor. Hi guys, welcome back. So in today's video we are going to be doing a full review on this portable airbrush compressor. So we're going to put it through its paces. These are from Amazon. I paid £80 for this. I looked at a couple of reviews and I thought, well, it's worth a punt, we'll give it a go. So I'm going to do you a spray test today. We're going to put some paint through this. Give it a blast. I'll give you a little talk through on the airbrush. It doesn't give you much information when you buy these because I think these are Chinese or whatever when they come through on Amazon. But you've got your battery attached to the bottom on these, and you've got a little indicator bar on the bottom which tells you your power level. You charge this up with a small USB. You get that in the box and just plug it into any USB plug, charge it up. Running time, it doesn't give you specific running times, so I'm not sure on how long this will last. I've seen some reviews actually on this brush and they're saying it lasts quite a long time. So basically what you'll do is with this, it's a double action airbrush, so it's down for air, back for paint, and you'll hear this kick in. You can hear that, and that pulls your air out there. So when you do that, you'll see a little indicator bar light up. That's picking that up. So we've got full, well, it's saying 2.5 bars on there. So we'll just run it till it runs out. See how long it lasts. So yeah, I'll see you in the next step. We'll chuck some paint in it. We'll do a little test piece on this panel. I'll do some dot work. It looks like, when you look at the needle setup in this, it looks something like a 0.2. You've got quite a big cup on it. You've got a cap on the top there. So yeah, this looks like about a 0.2. So it should get down with some fairly good detail. Air pressure seems really like low, 15 to 18, probably not even that PSI. So I do think we're going to have to thin this paint down on this to get this to flow at that air pressure. But we'll give it a blast, so I'll see you in the spray test. Right guys, I've dropped a bit of paint in this. We've got a bit of blue. This is the golden high flow acrylics. I've thinned this down so it's quite thin. I'd say it's more like a thinned out opaque. I think this is opaque that I've got in it. So we'll give it a little spray test. I'll do some dot work. Bit of line work, see what the dagger strokes are like. We'll do a little bit of shading in the circles again, and we'll just give this brush a little run. See that when you do that, you get your air straight out. So let's do some little dots. And it gets down. The trigger is it's quite high up, and but that's getting quite small dots. We'll try pulling back. So that's full back on the trigger, guys, and it's atomising the paint okay. It's acceptable for the amount of air pressure that's coming out of that. It'll get you by. We'll try some lines. Yeah, nice small lines. I'm going to drop a little bit more water in there. Just give it a little back flush. That seems a little bit better. So yeah, you've got to thin your paint down. I wouldn't say drop straight opaque through this. I think it will struggle. But if you're doing a piece of artwork in full transparent, I don't like the trigger. Yeah, if you're doing full transparent piece, it'd be ideal, absolutely ideal. In fact, we could probably thin that down even a bit more. There's more water in it. And that seems to flow that little bit better. You'd probably go more. But it's consistent, and that's putting down a decent colour, even though that paint's been really thinned down. And you can get, yeah, you can get super fine now. That's, I've got the trigger dialed in now. That's really fine, guys. If that's picking that up, that's really nice and neat, fine lines with this. So yeah, super fine. But I'm tending to be right on the top of the trigger at the back, like that, down, and just getting that movement there. If you're over the front, it feels a bit, you're really close to the cup. So that trigger needs to be lower and a little bit flatter because you're quite close to that cup with your finger. So I'm right on the back, which is quite uncomfortable because you're on the edge of that trigger there. But if you're balancing on the edge of that trigger, this thing is ridiculously fine because you can just dart, you can get that trigger movement absolutely spot on. Tiny dagger strokes, not a problem. Yeah, that's just super fine with that, right down. But like I say, you're right on the back. I'm having to go right to the back of the trigger and it's uncomfortable because you're on the edge. So if that trigger was down, tilted back, if that slope was the other way, you might be able to do that, might be able to take that out and turn it around, I don't know. Might be able to. Probably not. No, just getting... Yeah, if you're on the back of that trigger, that's like a micron on tiny lines. It's really, really fine. So it works. If you really thin your paint down, that paint's really, really washy in there. But you're getting good coverage still. I think this is an opaque. I'm sure it is. It's not saying on the bottom. But shading, nice and soft at this consistency of paint. It's spot on. It really is. So for a brush, if you're mobile and say your compressor packed up and you had some bits to finish off, this would get you out of trouble. It shades really nice. Just get your paint right and sort the trigger out. I'll sort the trigger out on this. I'll get this trigger dialed in on this. I'll get this sorted. I'll change it because I think these are like the Iwaters where you pull the little pin back and you can pull them out. And I'll shape a new trigger for this, and this will be perfect. It really will, because like I say, if you're on the back of that trigger, you can get down with it. And if that trigger was more, as I say, more comfortable, I would gladly sit with this on a portrait. A portrait that's more transparent going in on a portrait, so it's really, it's like this this paint's really, really thin. You've really got to fill your paint down because you've not got a lot of PSI there with this little compressor on it. But if you can see that on that camera there, they are super fine lines, guys. For a cheap brush that's £80, I mean, I've tried, in the video before this, I tried taking this off to fit another airbrush on, and I can't because this piece here, the bodies on normal airbrushes are slightly bigger than this. Whether you can get an adapter that goes from this up to it, that would be superb. Even better if you could like get your Micron on here or PS270. That's what I wanted to do. But after trying this brush, if you can get the trigger tweaked, this thing gets down. It really does. It gets down where you want it to, and they are pinhead dots. Like the Micron, tiny. You just got to get your paint dialed in on this because you have got a set air pressure. So once your paint's dialed in and sort another trigger out for it, spot on. Absolutely spot on. I mean, look at that for soft shading. That's really nice. Soft shading, and you build that up. I think this is a transparent how it's building this up. Yeah, I'm glad I got it because it's a brush that will get you out of a mess if you're stuck. And ideally, if you're at a show, something like that, if you're doing an exhibition sort of thing, or you're all set up and you're selling pieces of your artwork at an event, take one of these along for a little demo of what you can do, and it's perfect. Just charge it up, stick a USB, chuck it in your cigarette lighter of your car, charge it up on the way down there, and you've got an airbrush for the day. So it's a win-win. Just sort your paint out, nice and thin, and you'll airbrush with confidence with it. I don't mind this at all. It doesn't seem like it's some airbrushes when you go in with it, you're thinking, oh, is that paint going to come out? Is it? You got a bit of confidence with it. You can just go in, you know, straight in, and I can drop dots down comfortably, dagger strokes comfortably, bit of shading, nice. It's not that loud, it's not exactly getting hot, it's comfortable, it's not that weighty in your hand, and it's quite nice because you've got something to grip hold of there. So it's, yeah, win-win, guys. I'm glad I got it. I really am glad I got it. But that's super fine. And you're straight in and on the fine. It's like, you've got to press down sort of a bit harder than normal. So you like bottom that out and then you can start rocking it. But you probably will get a little bit of hand ache after 5 hours of using it, but I think for when you're at an exhibition or something like that and you've not got a compressor and you need to just display a bit of your work on an easel in front of some customers and you can just blast out with that, it is absolutely fine. At £80 you've got a half decent brush. I'm sure this is a 0.2. This is getting down fine like a micron and the dots are tiny. So you've got a good detailed brush. it's getting, that's the sort of coverage you're getting with it. Do it there. So it's covering sounds like a 50cc moped, but it gets your paint down and it keeps you airbrushing if you've not got a compressor. And if you're a beginner, you can sit in the house with this. It's not going to disturb anybody. You can just lock yourself away, charge it up and practice. It's a good starting out brush to get you on the road to airbrushing. Brilliant for a beginner. Sounds like it's dying now, the battery's probably going. It wasn't fully charged. Yeah, we'll just do it till it dies. Can hear it going. It's gone. So yeah, it's flashing now that it needs power. But that wasn't on full bar. That was two bars, and we've done 5-10 minutes. So I reckon a full charge on that. If it gets you 20 minutes at a time, 20-30 minutes, that's 20-30 minutes of practicing with an airbrush in your hand. It's quiet. You don't need to have a big compressor banging away in the background, or even a little silent compressor going all the time. It's quiet, it'll get your paint down. Just get your paint consistency right in it. I've put plenty of water in this, thinned it right down, and it's sprayed lovely, and you can get down with the details, guys. So highly recommend it. I'll try and source the link of the one where I got this one from. All I'd say is, if we can change the trigger, it'd be great, because if you're sitting up there, you're right next to that cup, and it's a bit, you know what I mean, you can't be that close to the cup. I've just tried a Harder & Steenbeck cup, one of the smaller ones, and it fits. It goes on, it screws on, so the little Harder & Steenbeck stubby cup will fit it. But yeah, if I can change that, win-win. You got your little dial in with it at the back, but I mean, listen to the sound of that. That's just quality right there, guys. No, that's fully out. Don't even use it, because you need to get back on that trigger with this. But recommended. I'd recommend it for 80 quid. You probably get them cheaper. But yeah, this one, you've got like the black. I'll try and find the link for you. I'll drop it in the description below. But yeah, it works. It gets your paint down, thin your paint down. It works. So that's the end of the review, guys, on the portable airbrush with your little battery operated compressor at the bottom. I think it's a good bit of kit. It gets a thumbs up from me. It works. It gets your details down. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video and got something out of it. And don't forget, like, share, and if you're new to my channel, guys, click that subscribe, press that notification so you can see more up and coming videos on Dred FX Custom Paint. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.